The Ultimate Pokémon by Master Henry Armor Pearl Shipper. I still don't get it. I've been here, trapped, afraid, and all alone for a long time now. I wish I was free and able to move around, but I guess the idea is stupid, and like those weird places I go when I sleep or take a nap. I put that thought at the back of my mind, though, and try to get up. Though I completely fail at my attempt and fall to the ground, I feel just so worried. Worried that I may never be found. I cannot remember anything from before. I don't know my name or who those strange things are that are outside of my cylinder-like home. If I even call this tight area a home at all, those things outside of my area are what looks like talking to themselves and not really paying any attention to me. Whatever I am, that I fear may not be answered soon enough, I believe. Then I feel an image of a small pink creature appear within my strange head. What was that? I think to myself as I start to ponder on what that actually was just then. I don't know at all if it was something of the past or if it was something not real. Speaking of which, am I real? Doesn't matter, except that thing could know me or help me. Help me figure out who and what I am. Though it may not help. Next thing I hear is one of the things say, Mewtwo, the most powerful Pokémon, the clone of the original Pokémon, the ancestor of all Pokémon, Mew. This gets me wondering about one thing. Who is Mew? Also Mewtwo. Could that be me? The ultimate Pokémon and the ancestor of all Pokémon? I wonder though, if I am either, why am I here trapped? Then something strange happens. Something that has never been here before. Then again, I do not know if it has or not. I cannot seem to remember anything. As I am looking at what I believe to be my hands, which are on my chest, I start to see a strange, blue, almost ominous aura appear over me. Then I hear another thing say, "He's finally awake. Mewtwo, the ultimate Pokémon." So my name is Mewtwo, and I am a clone of the ancestor of Pokémon Mew, I think to myself, but then one of those things nods their head. Like they could actually hear me. Could they? The same thing says, "You are Mewtwo. We can hear you because you are communicating to all of us through your psychic, telekinetic powers." As what the thing says sinks in, I realize that it could be possible that the strange creatures that I saw moments ago were actually Mew, the ancestor. Though that doesn't mean anything. Then another thing walks into my sight of vision. He looks much different compared to the other things, as this one was wearing darker clothing with a strange, oddly colored shape. What is that? A symbol, perhaps? Who knows? Well, the things most likely do, but I don't care. Is the specimen okay for transport now? The strange thing says, with a dark voice as I see dark aura pulsating off of him. I see one of them nod as they insert a needle into me from the area around me. Though I sense something dark in them, I use my powers to destroy this strange thing. As I do, some strange thing starts to escape this place, as I see something break around me. Then one of the things takes out a strange object that has strange differences on each half, though the thing which had previously told me about who I am looked like it stopped the other thing from doing anything. I walk out of the small room and walk forwards, towards the two things who didn't move away. The one of the other things rushes towards me with a strange object and tries to get it to touch me, which fails. It fails as I immediately lift up one of my hands, and a small dark circle goes and hits the thing, which sends it flying. I then see that the wall has now got a hole in it from where the thing went in from. A few of the other things also move near me, as a strange surge of power hits the thing. It has the same effect as the first one, except it wasn't done by a strange circle. I'm amazed at your power, Mewtwo. You are definitely the ultimate Pokémon alive. I wish for you to join me, will you? The strange thing in the different clothing says, though I shake my head and hit them. This time, however, I hit them with my hand and it launches them into the ground. Then I see something unusual escaping the bodies, similar to the stuff escaping my home, if I can call it that. However, I think nothing of it and leave this place. Now I am not trapped in that strange object. I am free to travel around this place. As I walk through a certain area, I see a bright light. I see that there is a massive darkened area of something. Then I look up to see a much brighter area which also has varying appearances everywhere. Now I am able to find Mew. Maybe then I won't be so alone and trapped, I think, as I continue to stare off at the strange place around me. That was the ultimate Pokémon. Final thoughts? Terrible! Half of the story is just the word thing and strange, to the point that you hardly know what's going on, and the other half is Mewtwo understanding things that he shouldn't. Honestly, it would be better if he just knew everything by reading someone's mind, or by having the information planted in his brain by the people making him, just so that every fifth word isn't thing. It really takes you out of the story and makes a story that had potential to be creepy annoying instead. That's it for this creepypasta. Tune in again next Saturday when we tackle yet another story made and sent by the fans with Fallabor. If you want to write your own story, help peer edit a story, or even just read the stories early, check out the description where you'll find a link to the creepypasta section of my forum. You'll also find a link to the playlist of every creepypasta reading I've done. If you're interested in keeping up with me on my blog posts, join the Facebook fan page linked below, and if you want to support me and what I do, check out my Patreon page in the description. Remember that if you want a story to be read on the show, you must stay active on the forum as well as read the forum rules. Also, this is recorded on the new microphone, so I'm still getting used to the soundboard with this and all the settings that has to do with this, so if you have any comments based around my sound quality, if it's better or worse than before, anything like that, let me know in the comments below. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, sweet dreams.